Hey, this is Don from Padlock Technologies again with another video. This video, we're not going to do any configurations. We're going to talk about starting your career. And the reason why I am doing this video is because I got an email from someone who basically starting out their career, kind of feeling lonely because they're not making, or they think they're not making enough progress, and I just want to give some information and some advice to you guys. So maybe this answer that I'm giving them will help other people in their career. So let's first start out right now. Just get this out the way, right? Do not compare yourself to someone like me or other CCIEs. I have two. There's people that have seven, right? The pitfall of doing that is if you compare yourself to me and you're just starting out, it makes the goal seem so far, right? Almost seems impossible to get because you keep comparing yourself to people who's already achieved it, right? And one of the biggest things that can really hurt your um, self-worth when it comes to being a network engineer is going on social media and seeing a whole bunch of people achieving the goal that you want to get to, right? So because one or two things are going to happen. You can either use that for motivation, or it's going to really put you in a bad emotional state because you're comparing, and it's like, I haven't achieved it yet and all these people are achieving it. What's wrong with me? And you don't want to be in that mental state because you'll quit. It will make you quit if you keep comparing yourself to people that have already seen it and already done it. So it's okay to look at these people and get motivated by it. Only use it for motivation. Do not compare, right? You're on chapter 1, they're on chapter 10. You will get to chapter 10 if you keep reading. But if you're on chapter 1 and you see somebody on chapter 10 and you're like, oh, the book's too long, you'll never get to chapter 10. So do not compare yourself to anyone. That is tip number 1. Number 2, you need to write a contract with yourself, okay? And you need to take imperfect action. So the contract you write with yourself is you are going to not underestimate the work, and you're going to say, I'm going to do this work until I get the goal. And then you never back down, or you never change the goal. Okay? You only change the intensity of the work you put in. So if the goal is CCIE or Juniper or, Fortinet, whatever it is, you say that's the goal. And if you feel like you're not achieving that goal fast enough, you increase the intensity of the work you put in, right? So that means you do more work, do more stuff. Now, obviously, you need to take breaks because you don't want to mentally crash out, but you never lessen the goal. You never make the goal step down, because if you do that, subconsciously you tell yourself you never were supposed to achieve that goal to begin with. So set a goal, make a contract with yourself, increase the intensity of the work if you're not achieving the goal fast enough to your liking, right? So that's number 2. Number 3, don't chase every new tire, right? Especially on YouTube, we tend to always be pitching the new idea, right? Again, network engineering wasn't this big thing it is now when I first got in there, right? Most people are like, oh, you going for that, whatever. Business degrees were like the thing, right? And again, just like back then, the elusive six-figure job was everybody was, trying to get to. So let's look at it in this state, right? In IT. There's so many ways that you can make six figures in IT. But if you're first starting out in your career, and I'm not talking about just network engineering, you just say, I want to get in IT. Well, the problem with that is you need to, if you're not focused on how you want to get there, you're just going to basically be in this perpetual circle because you're going to be trying all this stuff, right? You need to learn this right now. You need to do this. You need to do this. Oh, software engineering is the way to go. Oh, network engineering is the way to go. Crypto is the way to go. Data science is the way to go. AI is the way to go, right? And by the time you keep going through or starting over to learn something new that's going to get you six figures, you didn't move one bit. You know why? Because you went up the hill Well, let's say this is the hill. You went up the hill. Instead of just focusing and just keep going towards that on that same track, you saw something shiny. You walked yourself right back down to that other hill for the new thing. And then you went up the hill, and then you saw something shiny. You went back down to that new shiny hill, and you went up again. And you see how the cycle just, you never actually ascend to where you want to go. So just pick your track, stay focused on that until you hit your goal, right? Stop. Stop starting over for the new shiny object. That's number 3. Number 4, money can be your secondary motivation. Why is that? Because when you realize how much work it takes to become a true expert in your field, there's no money in the world that's going to make you keep up with that. You know why? Because it's rough, it's hard, it's difficult. You're going to want to throw your computer against the wall. You're going to want to quit. You're going to be labbing 8 hours a day. Maybe after work, you get off at 5, you might lab to 2 o'clock at night or 2 o'clock in the morning. And when you make money your primary focus, after a while, you're like, man, that money ain't worth all this. And there goes that career out the window. So, again, you got to want to do this for a different primary reason. Know your why. And then money could be your secondary reason, right? Your why might be, hey, I want to put my family in a better situation. All right. Because when the money, the money situation disappears, the primary situation is going to be there, right? I want